So we have Mr. Srikanth PJ from Cadd Center, and we'd like to ask you a few questions, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. So tell us more about the Cadd Center and the services that you provide.
Yeah, Cadd Center forayed into 3D printing about 8 years back, and 3D printing is not new to Cadd Center. In fact, we started marketing the Z-Corp machines, which is now 3D systems, almost about 8 years back. And we also started simultaneously services from ICAM 3D print services.
All right.
So ICAM is now one of the leading 3D print services company across the country. We do print services for everybody. At Cadd Center, the goal is to transform engineers' vision into reality. So we've been doing this repeatedly from '88 in 2D. So at a time when AutoCAD was not even known to people. So I think we are in a similar phenomenon. I would call it phenomena because when I spoke to all the doctors and lecturers and professors here in the ICAM-3D, it's a phenomena, and it's going to be bigger than the internet revolution, or you can see also the mobile revolution. And I think we are in a phase, I could say it's a crossroads of where ICAM-3D will be opening to everybody across the country. The scientific advisor was there yesterday. So it's a great opportunity for Cadd Center. We have already crossed a lot of milestones. In fact, we've introduced the technology. We have 3 different technologies at Cadd Center. We sell all the 3 technologies. I think Cadd Center by itself is only the single largest entity in terms of selling, supporting, servicing, and also training people in the 3D domain.
Right. Wonderful. So you also train people
Yes.
with 3D printers.
Yeah, Cadd Center is a training franchisee across the country. We have over now almost 400 franchisees in the country and another 50 or 60 franchisees outside the country in 16 different countries.
All right.
The good news is that Cadd Center's own Plasto 200 would be the model which will be at the franchisee, which means any engineer or student going into the Cadd Center training center will see the similar machine running everywhere in Cadd Center across the country, so that every training institute will be able to deliver the same message, same environment. It's an FDA machine. It's very easy to use. It's a European product. It's made in Europe. The goal is that training centers will kind of nurture the people coming out of colleges, universities, and the corporates who want to get into 3D printing.
All right. So I think you will be giving hands-on training with 3D printers, right?
Yes, it's a 5-day workshop.
Okay.
So it's basically on additive manufacturing, introduction to additive manufacturing, and also it's introduction to the concepts of 3D printing, and then how they can produce a part, the orientation, support material, the materials used, all these kind of things. And this is very handy for that because in 15 minutes you can set up this machine and running. So within the time frame of say short period, the student can put his hands on, get to know what to print, how to print, the part can be made immediately, and he can walk away with the part at the end of 5 days. So basically the whole concept is about turning his idea into a project or into a product.
All right.
So yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but from what I hear, sir, I think you are very closely integrated or closely related to 3D printing industry.
Correct.
So how do you see Cadd Center growing or 3D printing industry growing in India in the next 5 years?
Yeah, as I said, we are 8 years into the industry. So we started with the project, or you can say the Z-Corp series, that is the color jet printing. Now that industry is pretty mature, so we are turning architectural visual models. You've seen iKicks models, you can take a look at that. And iKicks visual models are now very appealing to the industry very well. So we started with that. Then when we had the niche market of the entry-level segment, we saw a lot of, once the open source happened, when the evolution of patents started expiring in last 2012, everybody started making 3D printers. Now we can have knockdown kits and make 3D printers. But we also see a lot of failures due to that. Startups failing, students failing, or people not able to get to what they want. But I think Cadd Center took a cautious step there, and we went into professional desktop environment from Europe, which is a very rugged machine and which can deliver 20-40 hours of uninterrupted printing. So that's one domain which we see a lot of growth. Now universities like PSG Tech, IITs have started buying it. We have multinational companies like Siemens and Tata Motors, Piaggio, Caterpillar, TI have all invested on this machine with us. Now that's one segment. Now, moving forward from the conceptual modeling, from the rapid prototyping, from the R&D environment, where they can really see an object conceived within few hours, sometimes even few minutes, you can go to the next step, which is basically then about surface finish, quality, build size, That's why we have recently moved to the Envision Tech range of 3D printers. And Envision Tech is synonymous with precision, high accuracy, quality, build size, surface finish, and you can see some of the parts here. I can show you some of the parts there, which is also into different segments like the jewelry, for example. You can also have automotive components with a technology called 3SP, and we also have some very flexible material if you wish, something like this filament. So all these are now dental. That's a dental platform. That's the one, yeah, the dental platform. Yeah, so this is for the bridges and crowns and copings in a dental environment. So we are just getting to be there into all these high precision areas. Now if you look at this is a very good surface finish for an automotive component. And this is going to be a great addition to the automotive market, where you can even venture into low volume direct manufacturing. So people can even get into direct manufacturing and get into low volume areas. Now this is another component of an electronic gadget. So you can see the ports, the holes inside, the screws. So it's a form and fit is perfect on all these things. So you can have these kind of precision areas, this kind of precision areas, and if I rotate it, you can see the finish of these components. So this is as good as how the real component would really look like. Now you don't see that it is a 3D printed part. It's almost like a ABS or a resin manufactured part. That's the accuracy in Envision Tech. Envision Tech is a German precision technology. It is very good for the DLP. We have a full range of machines. The 3SP is what does these products. We also have the smallest one, which is a micro high-res, which has a very high resolution, but the build size is small. But it's a very good tool for engineering companies to start micro components industries. There's a huge growth in the electronics manufacturing service industry. There's also a good startup for jewelry companies, and in the jewelry market you have people who want to start from design to manufacturing. So in the design to manufacturing segment, if a small jeweler or a medium-sized jeweler wants to get in today, he's looking at manufacturing a Cadd and a CAM part. So from the Cadd model, you'll take it into the CAM part. So when you have a Cadd voxel file, you can now, traditionally these jewelers are all in traditional manufacturing methods. In the current modern jewelry making, printing and methods, the traditional jeweler can now take this Cadd model into a CAM part and make a real casting out of it as a direct manufactured part. So if I can show you the peacock design which we have here and the casting part, can I also have the Cadd part on this? Yeah, so this is the Cadd part. So this is really the 3D printed part out of the Envision Tech Prefactory range. So you can see the accuracy and the way it is. Now this can go directly to the casting, and this is the casting. So this is a brass casting. Of course this needs a bit of polishing and all that, but this is a brass tree. So the process is just about 2 steps away from this part to the direct manufactured part. And this is very high precision in the jewelry industry. And this is turning knowledge and the design into money. Because this is like probably 5,000 rupees, but this is going to be 50,000 or 5 lakhs, even depending on what you're doing here. It can be big, it can be as big as a big design, or it can be also multiple parts. Now the good news is that from here to here, it can take just less than 2 days, or maybe even a day, depending on how your casting unit is located. If the casting unit is close by, you can even take this and go directly to the casting. So what we are seeing is a trend in the jewelry, and this has been there in quite some time in the Mumbai market. Cadd Center is the first one to bring it into the organized sector, because it's a very unorganized sector. Even in Mumbai, you have a lot of traders right now selling these products, but it's a trader. But Cadd Center has always been an engineering service provider and a full-fledged solution provider. So as I said, we always transform visions to reality. So we make sure that the product is well supported. We can service it locally. All of our engineers are trained in Germany, so they can install, service, support, help them make parts. We also already started selling it to some export companies of jewelry. And just as I can speak, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled the Make in India campaign, he called all the jewelers around the 29th of December. Yeah, that time the whole jewelry industry is now looking at making in India, and I think we can drive that in a very big way. Cadd Center has a pan-India presence. From the south side, we're going to go into jewelry. Across pan-India, we have mechanical Cadd for the 3D printing, and we also have the 3D systems for the visual modeling.
All right. Thank you so much for your time today, sir.
Thank you so much. Nice meeting you.
Same here.